Hey, what's up, guys? Back again with another vlog. It is 4:32 in the morning. Ooh, so late. Today was my brother's birthday party, and wow, it was interesting for sure. I learned a lot um, about my family. Something really major, actually, that I did not know about until today. Somehow, I only found out today. And yeah, so I got out of bed pretty late today as usual, had breakfast, vacuumed, I got dressed for today. I was wearing my Tommy Hilfiger stuff and I used this perfume that my mom bought me. And so I was feeling fly, feeling good. We get there and it's some like basement venue at like an inn, at like a restaurant. And I'm like, okay, interesting. They were advertising like murder mystery party, so I was worried we would be doing a murder mystery, but thankfully that did not happen. Um, there was also a lot of people. There was like 40 people, and I knew basically no one except for like close family and friends. Um, so that was pretty awkward because they were seating arrangements pre-made already, so you couldn't choose where to sit. And the table that I was sat at, it was like the kids' table. So it was like me, some other guy who's an adult, my niece, and then just like some like 12, 13-year olds. There's also like a baby table for like the much younger kids. But obviously I wasn't there. I was at like the tween table for some reason. Um, and that was pretty awkward because we didn't talk at all, like basically the whole time. I mean, we talked about a couple things every now and then, like me and the older guy talked for a little bit, but no conversation was happening at that table. So it was just like we left the house at 4. We got to the venue at like 5, and we didn't start eating until 6. So it was just like an hour of us sitting around doing nothing. Then the food comes, and we eat it in like half an hour. It's pretty good. And then more waiting around doing nothing. There's like a game that some people randomly got drawn in to play. Like everyone put in a ticket with their name in, and whoever got drawn would play the game. So 8 people played a game. And it was basically like a figure out which image is real or which one is fake, like AI generated. And I didn't see the pictures, so I don't know what they were of, but the answer was that all of them were AI generated, or all of them were fake, even though they looked all real. But I did participate in a game later on. So we had the cake, which was really good, by the way. There were 2 different cakes, both with like images on them and stuff, and they were pretty good. One was like with like the cats. So like my brother has like 3 cats, and so it was like pit crew not invited or something, because like the theme was like race cars or something, because like the appetizers, they came in like these little sports cardboard, like these cardboard cars. And the other cake was like lap 40, because my brother is turning 40. And it was like racing flag, like the black and white checkers with like an orange car, I think. It was like orange colored. It was pretty cool. And then after that, my family, so like my mom, dad, and like all like the direct family connected to my brother participated in this like painting game where you have to like paint my brother in like a couple minutes, and whoever won got a prize. And my niece won, although my brother complimented on my painting. He said he liked it. It was very minimal time, so it was like very like avant-garde, but it worked out, I guess. Some people liked it. And it was interesting. The prizes are just like a bunch of like random like Russian themed items like mayo and a fly swatter, sardines, like stuff like that. It was like a joke item, joke present. And then there's also like some pictures on one of the walls, like of like my brother when he was younger and like his family. And that's when I found out that my brother doesn't have the same biological father as my dad. So my dad, the one that's like with us right now, he is not the biological father of my two older siblings, but he is my biological father. Turns out there's another father that I was never aware of that lives in Europe somewhere, probably like in Russia, who I never knew about. And turns out he's the biological father of my two older brothers. So that's crazy that I didn't know that until today. But it doesn't really change how I perceive anything. I'm like, okay, cool. It didn't really like bother me, if that makes sense. I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And like the resemblance was uncanny. Like that dad, he looked so similar to my older brother. Like their facial features look so similar. I was like, wow, I can't believe it. And there's a bunch of other cute pictures too. There's like one of me as a baby with my parents. And a lot of like pictures of my brother with his friends or his, other brother in like Russia and all that stuff. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, and then we were there for about like 4 or 5 hours. I think we left at 10, but the party was done at like 9 by then. Then we danced a little bit to some like Russian songs, and yeah, and then that was it, and then we left. So yeah, it was a very interesting day. And then I got back home, ate some more leftover cake, played some video games, watched YouTube, the usual. And yeah, now it's 4 a.m. and I need to go to bed. So yeah, what a crazy day. But I really like that picture of me as a baby with my parents. It was really cute. I saved it on my phone, and I took a bunch of other pictures as well. But I'm probably not going to show anything with like family members in it. But I might make the thumbnail a picture of the venue or not. We'll see. Anyways, that's all for today's vlog. Talk till tomorrow.